Well, who needs music when you're waiting, right? You do not. Let's see if I can find a solution for this. Hi. So, this is a cast. That's right. Haven't had one in a little while. We're going to watch Pries taking on VirtusPro, and this is the charity Christmas magic, which means that it's random draft and all random and all kinds of fancy modes. And oh, wrong button. And we are actually in the draft, as you just saw. There we go. And I don't know why I can see this is random draft, but we can't actually see the heroes that they have available to them, unfortunately. So this is basically all we're gonna see. We're just gonna sit here, see heroes appear from out of nowhere, and then, well, we don't know what options they had. We can't analyze other options they had. What we can analyze, though, is that in random draft there are heroes that are not in captain's mode, namely Lone Druid. Now, if you follow Twitter actively, which some people, I know some people do, I know I am one of those people, you might have seen Purge tweet about Lone Druid yesterday. It was something along the lines of, "Oh my god, Lone Druid so OP, needs to get nerfed," or whatever. It was like so OP. That was his. That was the gist of his tweet, anyways. So removed from captain's mode because he has got a new ability. Instead of Synergy, he now has Savage Roar, which causes the enemy basically to run around or run away towards their fountain for a second, or, well, it starts at 1.2 seconds, ends at 2.4 seconds, depending on what level it is, with 20% movement speed. So it's basically, it's a small escape, and it has a fairly short cooldown. 16 seconds. On max level. It has a long cooldown on level 1 though, it's just 28 seconds, which is kind of sad. Obviously when a target is entangled, it won't be able to move regardless. But it is a very, very strong spell, or hero rather. So we're gonna see how that works out. So far it's a lot of tanky heroes, and yes, Jakiro, where's the sound? Jakiro is a tanky hero, guys. He has one of the highest strength gains. And it will be Silent playing that one by the looks of things. And Silent is your carry core. So I'm not sure if they might swap around. They might swap their heroes around. But if they don't, Jakiro of course also he got 7 extra damage, which might not like, it depends if you can either see that as a lot or not a lot. It's still, I mean, it's still Jakiro, but the main difference for me that it makes is that in laning stage, good luck trying to outlast hit a Jakiro. It can actually make a big difference in the laning stage, and that in turn can make a big difference later on. I think no Dota TV audio, let's fix that. Actually, I haven't done any of the things. Guys, I was not aware that I was casting this only like 10 minutes beforehand, so excuse me, forgive me for my lack of preparation. I will guess I do open microphone? I don't know, I've never casted in a Reborn thing, I think. Let's just do it like that. But I also need to change the video settings. Disruptor. And make it like, video settings? No, viewing settings. Ah, there we go. Oh, I don't have this. Sorry guys, I don't have the smooth thing settings that Weapons has. Oh, actually, I might be able to fix that for you. Yeah, I can. Let's go to that one. That's one. Submit. That's one. This will be 2. This will be 3. Do we have anything else? No, that was it. Cool. Then I should be able to press this button. Yeah, it moves out of itself. Guys, it works. Rejoice, we're in the game, and we can finally see what we have here. First of all, please note, it's a Zeus Arcana. It looks pretty fly, pretty fancy. And we are gonna have a pause. So that gives us some time to talk about about the heroes that they picked. But yeah, they can swap. Let's see what's gonna end up like. Pries, first of all, they have an Abaddon. They have a Zeus and they have Zengigata on Abaddon, by the way. Justice will be playing the Zeus. We have got Timbersaw. I don't know why they all lack some gold. Look at that. Anyways, Timbersaw, played by Pawn. Giga will play the Vengeful Spirit. Last but not least, it's an Ursa bear, so you got some disable in the form of the Vengeful Spirit, but other than that, they've got a bit of slow. They got some mini stun and slow, of course, from the chakram, but this is the only hard disable that they have. So, taking a look now at VirtusPro. They'll be playing from the Radiant side for the first game. Please keep in mind that it is a best of 3. So, but although this is a random draft game, but the game after this one will not be random draft. No, the game after this one will be, I think, all random. And this is, oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. It's fine. I wasn't worried. My bad. Overlay. Yep, casting things. It's all good. It's all fine. So we got Silent. He'll be playing the Lone Druid. Lil will be playing his Earthshaker. That's gonna be fun to watch. And we got ourselves Jakiro. He's played by DK Phobos, and I like this a lot. So there was a tournament in Singapore fairly recently, like in November or something, or October rather. And Ice played Jakiro. Hello. FNG will play Disruptor, but Ice played Jakiro.
30 seconds to battle.
How's this gonna end? Please stop running at each other. There will be a bear just baiting out. Maybe Viper. Can he get in range from one last hit? Yes, he should be able to. There's a kinetic field. In comes the Viper. The slow is there. The block from the bear perhaps is trying to get in range. It should be a kill. The block was there. One more hit needed. He can't get the block in time. That is not gonna be a kill. He pops a salve and he'll live. Oh, the bear block. Only one more Viper hit needed, but no can't do. No such luck. Coming back to Jakiro, it was at that point Ice was playing offlane Jakiro, and that was one of the more enjoyable games that we had the pleasure of watching that tournament because he was doing amazingly well with it. So, having a Jakiro in the hands of a good offlane player is it's just a treat to watch, really. Yeah, fixed overlay, guys. No worries, no worries. I am keeping an eye half on the chat because I do realize that I have been out of the running a lot. So if I make mistakes, then you can tell me that I did, and then that's a nice block. And then you can tell me that I did make a mistake, and then I can just, you know, fix it. That will be a good way of doing things. Jakiro having a bit of an issue here, perhaps getting stunned up, but like I said, all I can do is run him down. And he is a fairly tanky hero, as mentioned. He is I think he's the support with the highest strength gain. I'm not missing first blood, guys. Don't worry about it. It was very close to doing so, though. Fisher coming out, and of course the hits from G on this Viper. Zeus is going to have a very tough time. Anybody leaning against a Viper knows that that is not a fun matchup to be dealing with, especially not if there's an Earthshaker blocking your escape path. With the Zeus, you're already a fairly slow hero, so good luck trying to run away from that one. First blood goes the way of VirtusPro as we have another rotation coming in. We have Giga coming in. He has got a stun. We'll go for the Earthshaker, but the backup is not in time. Zeus is too far away to be able to do anything with that. And Vengeful Spirit is one of those heroes that has a fairly small mana pool, which is normally not really a problem. I mean, she did pop clarity, so she has that one. But you can't really waste stuns then, and especially not if you're the only one that has a direct stun of your team. Talking about stuns, by the way, you've got, of course, got an Earthshaker on the side of VirtusPro, so they're not lacking disables in that department. You've got Jakiro with an Ice Path, which you'll level at some point. Personally, I really like to see it level 4. Spawn at level 4, or leveled at level 4. Ooh, rotation coming in. This Jakiro is in a bit of trouble. Stun from the low ground onto DK Phobos. Can they take him down? Vengeful Spirit will wrap around. Might be able to block off his escape here. And in comes Lil, though. He might be able to help out as well. He's got a Fisher. Stuns up. Looking for more. Might be able to get a hit here on Batten, who is still taking some burns damage from the Jakiro. DK Phobos pops a South, will be ready for action again soon, and decides against it. Lil too far away. He does have a Mango though, and Fairy Fire, so he could potentially have popped both of those, have a bit of health, have a bit of mana, perhaps continued the fight, but they decided it was not worth the risk. And they backed off. I think that's one of the things that, comparing VirtusPro to the VirtusPro of 2 years ago, I think that's one of the biggest differences that we see. VirtusPro 2 years ago would have gone for that, would have fought until the bitter end. But no, this is just calculated decision making, as Timbersaw has managed to get level 3, and that's actually is doing fairly well for himself. Might not be getting loads of last hits, but doesn't matter. Fisher coming out on the wrong side though. Might be still giving G the kill. Indeed it does. Justice having a rough time. In terms of last hits, he's 7-0. And that is very sad compared to the 19-8 of the Viper. Vengeful Spirit will take over mid lane for a bit to get some solo experience. And with another Fisher coming in, I'm not sure if that stun is enough. It seems like it does the job. Hello. You really want to die of that? No, you don't. Thank you. There's Boots on the Venge. So she'll be fine. Zeus coming in as well. Okay, at this point Viper is just figuring he's strong enough to do this. Earthshaker will maybe come in with a Fisher. He's very low on life, but he has got a Fisher and will be able to secure that kill by popping the Mango and the Fairy Fire as well. So he lives, Zeus dies for the 3rd time this game, and it's 3-0 on the kill score. And all of those are on that middle lane. Silent in the meantime doing very well on last hits, having 26-8. Timbersaw is rotated towards the mid lane as well. Might be able to make something happen here, or at least scare G away from that mid lane, as there is an Invis rune on the Earthshaker. No detection. And it looks like he wants to make a play on this Vengeful Spirit, who now should be knowing that she got blocked, unless he's looking at a different side of the map, which often happens if you go somewhere else completely. Oh yeah, good luck. He pops the smoke. He knows that there's nothing there. He knows that someone is there to kill him off. Phobos comes in as well. There's no escape, no hope remaining, and G gets another kill on the board. That poor Vengeful Spirit wasted smoke as well, which is actually a pretty big deal. If you're behind, smokes are your way back into the game. Smokes are your element of surprise, and that is that's a big deal. Losing a smoke for not a kill, but just, you know, dying. So not the best there, as DK Phobos is level 4, 10-1. Still doing quite okay. He's not doing as okay as the well, he's actually on par. Ever since we stopped looking at the Timbersaw, he hasn't gotten anything more. Might be getting something now, but he has to be careful. This bear has got the power of the Entangle, and Entangle on the Timbersaw now is going to be a rough spot. Oh, Fisher coming out of ban, level 3, has got a shield, will have it popped. I think he is a goner though. That is a very, very, very dominating Viper already. I really wonder what the heroes were in random draft, because, I mean, G on his Viper, you know, this could almost be a VirtusPro professional draft. Like, obviously Lone Druid is not in captain's mode, but all the more reason to try it out here. Jakiro offlane, we've seen it done before, so it's not, you know, completely strange and new.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Shaker support, Disruptor support, and it's all good. Now having a Zeus and a Timbersaw and a Ursa in the same team, that's a bit more uncommon. It's also it's a bit tricky because there is synergy, of course. You got the slows for the Ursa to try and chase him down. You got the minus armor, the Wave of Terror from the Vengeful Spirit to get some extra. Oh, he's got the kill. He was so looking for that kill, but he couldn't do it anymore, and he's just continuing going. Is he? No, he's not. He's actually deciding against it. That's probably the best way to, even though that Abaddon was very close to dying as well. But yeah, there's they got the Wave of Terror for the Ursa, for the minus armor, but other than that, there's just no, like, who's gonna gank? Who's gonna make the first rotation? You don't have a hero like an Earthshaker that can roam around as well, getting kills. Normally Vengeful Spirit would be that, but because they have Vengeful Spirit and Abaddon can't really keep Ursa safe that well. Vengeful Spirit needs to hang around to help out there. Vengeful Spirit doesn't actually get any peace and quiet because she is forced to sit mid and babysit the Zeus, which is actually not really working all that well. Meantime, Timbersaw might be getting a kill here. The glimpse is not in time, and FNG will end up going down. Good kill there, and that is exactly what they need. Entangle Looking for the tower hit here. Gets the tower kill with an Earthshaker stopping any potential deny. Potential, yes, that's the new word. It works. Anyways, this game is heavily in favor of VirtusPro, in case that wasn't clear yet. Now the question is, what can Pries do? Or Pries? How do you pronounce that name? I don't know. What can the enemy team do to try and make a comeback? Now there's one thing that is fairly obvious. Not just obvious for us, it's also obvious for VirtusPro, which is exactly why they put an illusion in the Roche pit. I'm talking about sniping Roshan. Get a smoke, get Ursa in there, get some lifesteal on him, and just try to go Roche, pick him off, and try to do something with that Aegis.
Dire's middle tower
Now that is one of the possibilities that they have to try and make something happen. As we have got a Timber Saw trying to kill off Silent here. Looking for the entangle. He got the entangle, and the Timber Chain away doesn't get Silent. And the Bear in the end, or rather FNG, getting the last hit there. That was very close though. We'll give FNG to get some time to get level 6. So one of the other things they can do is actually have the Timber Saw, who's probably doing the best thing of his team right now. Not per se in terms of net worth, but in terms of survivability. And in terms of being able to actually do something. He's the one that should be getting pickups. And I know it's not gonna be an easy job because, well, who are you gonna try and kill, right? Disruptor will glimpse you away. Silent, well, you just tried. You had a Disruptor there to protect him as well, as there's gonna be entangles. Earthshaker will fister you. Buy time, also with his enchant totem to get one of his teams there. You can't gank G because he's just fat, and he went for a Dragon Lance. Nice one. You can't kill off Jakiro either. He's a bit tanky right now. And he's still keeping himself very safe near the tower. He's not risking anything. Seems like Ursa is so poor. Jakiro has a higher net worth than the Ursa. Now the tier 1 towers that are down in mid lane and in bottom lane did help with that, of course. Did make sure that there's some extra gold going the way of the supports. Or offlaners, if you will.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
4 heroes gathering top now for Pries. This is what they intend to do. They intend to try and push down that tier 1 tower. Or maybe smoke. I guess they will smoke. Let's see who they're gonna find. Vengeful Spirit should be the one in front because he's the only one that can get someone out. Ursa does not run fast enough. Oh, Viper on the high ground. That already broke the smoke. And that means that they are scouted out. Means that Lil should be safe. Viper should be safe. And unfortunately for Pries, well, rip. Spath slightly off mark. Good rocks. 41 for 8 last hits. 42 for 4 on that Jakiro.
Tower is under attack.
You might wonder why is VirtusPro not a bit more aggressive, perhaps, because at this stage of the game they can be. But this VirtusPro is a VirtusPro that basically waits for whatever the enemy throws their way. The way that this VirtusPro works is that they build their lanes to make sure that they at least, even if they don't necessarily win their lane, they're at least not gonna lose their lane. And then they just continue holding on to their lanes and holding on to their farm and their side of the map and they're holding on to that map control until they have the core items that will allow them to just start to group up and fight. Now DK Phobos is one of the heroes that will be looking for that Yule Scepter. That might be his moment, his item of choice. Oh, there goes the Timber Saw. We got Lone Druid having a Midas. He already got himself an Iron Talon. Easy jungle creeps. Extra farm. Viper picked up a Yasha. Interesting to see that he goes for this build. I was kind of expecting have to see a Mechanism come out from him because he has as much farm as he does. And in this game, he would be the Mechanism carrier. As we see Silent looking for entangles. Oh, kinetic field. There's no way. The kiting is strong on this one. The disables are stronger. The bear will end up going down though, but Gridrock's one hit away from dying. And he actually will survive the glimpse back though. No escape. No escape. Might have killed off his fellow bear, but he just got resummoned again as well, as this is a tier 2 tower. The group up is here. Jakiro is still pushing on that top lane though, as he just took out the tier 1 by himself. Has of course got that liquid fire, which makes it easy and very fast to push. And I believe this is the full, yeah, this is the full Yule Scepter coming towards him on his courier. Caster, talk about the new item on Viper. Okay, I will. Okay, so this is a Dragon Lance. You get extra attack range, and that is pretty scary. Viper already has a fairly high attack range, and it's 705 right now, which I don't know if we can actually see a box. Oh yeah, I guess this is the box around him. This is actually a spell, so I don't think it counts for that per se. Look, this is the new attack range. It was right there. Makes him almost hit like a sniper. Slims. That is gonna be one sad Zeus. This Zeus is like a 0 impact on the game, apart from looking pretty with this new Arcana. Like, this is the saddest Zeus that you'll see in a professional match. 0-5-0, and it's very difficult for Zeus to get 0 assists, as Viper might be in some trouble here himself, but in comes FNG helping out there with the kinetic field and the static storm. They won't be able to get a kill on the back of it, although Jakiro was able to pick off the Timber Saw on the back with the help of the Earthshaker. They were close to killing off G, but they can't. Sanjin Yasha now, good luck trying to kill him now. This is going to be even more tricky, as we have an Ursa Bear locked outside of his base. It could not be a swap because that Vengeful Spirit is not yet level 6. Stun coming out. Oh, there you go. That's a kill right there. Zeus able to make it happen. Finally, as he himself will pay for that with his life. I believe, yeah, Entangle comes out as well. Silent gets a kill, as he seems to be going for the Radiance. But yeah, they got a kill, guys. Zeus, he got a kill. High ground defense. It's where it's at for Pries. They don't have a typically strong high ground defense lineup. Though they can swap someone in and try to kill him off. Vengeful Spirit will have to give up her life for that, because she will die fairly fast. The downside is high ground defense against a hero like a Lone Druid is very difficult, because he can just send the bear up the hill and basically have only the bear be in range of getting killed.
Illusion.
Ursa is a hero that can take out the Lone Druid bear fairly fast though. But at the same time, by doing so, he puts himself in a tough spot, because he will be in entangle range. And if he gets entangled, I have very little hope for him to stay alive. Is it Roshan time? No, it's not. Ooh, fish are coming out. There's an arcane rune. Let's see who gets it. It will be the bear. Okay, they're trying to find the silent. Timber Saw coming out. Chakram looking for that slow. Can Ursa get there in time? He's got the face boots. Income Disruptor with the kinetic field and the static storm. And that is a Timber Saw that won't be able to teleport out of that one, even though it did try glimpse back out of the Yule Scepter though. That was a Yule Scepter coming out from DK Phobos. Bit of a miscommunication there, but it's working out so far. They're not losing any heroes just yet. And Pries, they are hungry for it. They really want this. Entangle's being looked for here once again. This bear should have an Entangle very soon. He's already hit 4 times without one. Can we get an Entangle, please? Got an Entangle, got shielded off instantly as Gidrox. I'm not sure what he is trying. Well, he didn't even get the kill on the Disruptor, as Ursa is the one going down. Glimpse back and teleport out. Nope, Yule Scepter from DK Phobos. That is Zeus once again picked off. 16-2, and the GG is called. 17 minutes. It's all good. It's all fine. I stand in for a cast, and it's this one-sided match, but it's fine because this is a best of 3, and the best of 3 means that it is there's gonna be another game. But this was only game 1. This was a random draft game from D2CL. It is the Christmas Charity Magic. It's all for charity that these two teams are playing. And we're going to find out what's going to happen in game number 2. I'm not sure if I will be the one covering that or if Drag and Drop is available yet, as he's casting something else. He would have been casting... he's casting Dota Pit, but that should have been over by now. But with this game being so short, we're going to find out. I'm going to keep you posted. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.